Bring it on. Yes, yes, yes. Yes, yes, yes. Ha ha! Come on! Did I see silver or did I see the bottom side of a flatty? Good morning, fisher folk. It has been a minute since we've been out fishing together. It is a cold winter's morning. Nice winds this morning, light westerly. Had to get up and do it with you. We are going to kick it off this morning with a colour I've never tried before. This is Daiwa Bait Junkie and Lemongrass. We've got a Daiwa TD Black 1 to 2 kilo rod, and we've got an FL Stradic with 8-pound main line. It's going to fish it real slow today and try and turn up a couple of brim to start off with. I'm going to try this colour I've never used before. We might quickly switch to motor oil. I think there's enough light to use this lemongrass colour. It looks subtle and like it might match the hatch. It has been absolutely freezing in the mornings. It's been really demotivating how cold it is. We have got 3 TD Blacks, the rods, and we have got 3 Stradics out here this morning. Should be a lot of fun. Straight into the sun. I can't see a damn thing. You probably can't either. Alright, last cast with lemongrass, and then we are going to just jump straight to motor oil, the OG Prospector. Don't think I've had a real touch on this yet. We're in about a bit over a metre of water. We should be in good. Haven't been out here for a while though. Ooh, that was a touch. Not too sure where the fish are holding. A lot of weed. A lot of weed. Alright, let's not mess around. Let's change over to motor oil. Alright, no left for lemongrass. Let's move straight over to motor oil. Fish? I'm not sure. Very lazy if it's a fish. Just felt like trash. Oh, it's moving. Okay. Must be a flathead, right? Yeah, flatty. Okay. Such a soft take. I thought that was a hunk of rubbish. He's not that big. Let's see, high 30s, early 40s. It's just sort of woken up. Haven't got a good look. Okay. Early 40s, I'm thinking. Lifter? Where's that lure? Yeah, lifter. It's a half decent fish actually. Definitely legal. Come here, buddy. Should I net this? No, let's be lazy. Lift. Okay. Oh wow, cool. Bit better than what I thought. Oh, can you see that? You can now that I've tilted you down. Nice. Let's see if we can grab that lure out without any stress. Oh, perfect. Okay. Let's get that lure out of here, buddy. Show everyone you can go. Give me that pop. Okay. Alright, let me tilt you back up. Cool, beautiful. I'm not going to measure that fish. That's going to go about 45 odd. That is a beautiful fish on the motor oil. Lovely. Thanks, mate. Cracker. That was such a soft take. I just thought it was like a piece of trash off the bottom of the para. Let's show you what did the damage. It is probably the most popular soft plastic in the world, the Zman 2.5 inch in motor oil. He's mangled that lure, but we got away without any leader damage, did we? Yeah, we did. Touch of scuffing there, but I see we're good to fish. Alright, let's keep going. Alright, let's butter up again with S Factor. I think this makes a big difference on tough days. Fishing's been really slow this morning, so definitely stuff like this, it helps for sure. Could be just mental, don't get me wrong. I've had plenty of days where I catch lots of fish without scent, but I don't know, days like this morning where nothing's been happening, and then I chuck on a confidence lure, the Z-Man, and butter it up like a piece of toast with S Factor, and you get a nice little 45, something like that, something that warms your heart on a cold morning. I really got to slow my fishing down if I can be that disciplined, because that take was just so soft. Honestly thought it was a piece of trash, just didn't even really talk you through what I felt. It's like, let's get this piece of weed off, or whatever it is. Let's give these fish a long time to look at the lure, eh? He was right up on that bank there. I'll give this a few more casts and then we'll move up. He was right in the shallows. He would have been in like a couple of feet of water, really shallow, which is, of course, not unusual for flathead. And I'd normally find them just out here, just more in about a metre and a half. Might just have to move up and risk hitting something. I can do that for you guys, for my fisher folk. Whoa, what am I doing? Telling myself to slow down, and then I'm fishing like an absolute idiot when I feel a bite. Alright, let's cast back the other way into the sun. Just prospect around like I promised I was going to with this Seaman, and then we will move up into the very shallows. Cool, nice. Head shakes, so flatty maybe. Take was pretty aggressive, could be a brim. Lots of head shakes. Okay, it's a reasonable flatty. 45. What are we doing? Are we lifting or Didn't get a good look. It's almost the same fish. I think we can lift this one. What do you reckon? Oh, it's a bit bigger. It's a bit bigger. Let's not be stupid. We brought a net. Let's actually use it, eh? This is a decent fish. Okay. Nice. Nice. Oh, he's got his mouth open before we get massive net entanglement. Okay. You down there? This is a bigger fish. This is I've got a measure mat. Why don't we quickly chuck her on the measure mat? Early 50s, something like that. Quick measure. What are we looking at? 50. We've got a 50 there. Okay. Thank you, beautiful girl. Let me tilt my fisher folk back up. What a healthy fish. Absolutely beautiful. Let's let her go. 50 on the dot. Thank you. Alright, fisher folk. It looks like the morning of the Zman 2.5 inch slim swims in motor oil. We've just picked up 2 good flatties in quick succession, a 45 and a 50, and we are going to re-butter and keep going. So weird, I can't work out where the fish are holding. We've caught one behind me into the very shallows, into a couple of feet of water, and then that 50 just came out of what would be about 1.5 meters, 2 meters over there. No rhyme or reason to where I'm casting at the moment, is the truth. I am just standing in the middle of the little inflatable and just casting 360. No strategy at all. Just chucking it around and hoping, really. We have got a very interesting morning. It's about 7 o'clock in the morning, probably 7:30 now. We've got a low at 9 o'clock. So the idea was to sneak right up on the flats and get the last couple of hours of the run out and the first couple of hours of the run in. And I've just anchored right off the edge of the very shallows and haven't moved. Yeah, I was about to make a move and then we caught those 2 flatties. So now I don't know what to do. Haven't been able to find a brim, so we might chuck on something like the Hurricane Sprat soon, or just as the tide really drains out, move on to a 3-inch slim swims, a minnows, and just see whether we can pick up a bigger flatty. Alright, so nothing more after those 2 decent flatties. We are going to retrieve this cast and then we're going to move up the right hand side of the flat. The middle of the flat there is going to be going absolutely bare in about an hour, so we're just going to sit off to the edge there and target a bigger flatty. We're going to chuck on 3-inch minnows in motor oil. Ooh, that was a touch. What was that? Yeah, let's see if we can dig up a bigger flatty as the tide really just drains off and goes down to the low. Alright, we made a move up the estuary and we are in less than 1 meter of water. I can see the bottom very clearly. You won't be able to, but down there, maybe 2 foot, just enough to run the engine. And you know what? This is what I absolutely love about shallow water estuary fishing. Unless you're in a kayak or you know the waterway really well, you ain't got no hope of coming up here. So no power boats, no one to ruin the serenity. Just you and me. Now I know I said I was going to put on 3-inch minnows. I can't resist. Just quickly chucking around 2.5-inch slim swims. Just seeing if we can tempt out a bigger fish along this edge here. Ooh, is that a fish? No, it's rubbish. Ah, damn. That was a monster, and it's a piece of crap. Oh, I love the para. It's like a piece of freaking carpet or something. Crikey. I don't have my trash bag either. We'll tuck it in the anchor bag, we'll get rid of this, okay? Alright, we said we were going to put on 3-inch minnows. Let's do that. Let's do our plan. I'm too excited, I just want to keep fishing, but let's chuck on 3-inch before the tide gets too low. Alright, see you in a minute. Alright, I promised we were going to come all the way up in the shallows and put on 3-inch minnows in motor oil, and here we are. Here it is. We have got the 7-foot 2 to 4 kilo TD Black, and this is our FM Stradic. So we are hoping we are all geared up for a bigger flathead. And the net, we've got everything. It's getting very shallow, but we should have a good half an hour to 45 minutes while it's kind of ideal. I think I'm too much in the shallows, just not hitting the drop off. I can't see it exactly, but we are finding it, I think. Just through a process of casting, maybe there. Is that a fish? Tell me that's a fish, please. Start moving. It's decent if it's a fish. Oh, bring it on. Yes, yes, yes. Yes, yes, yes. Ha ha! Come on! Did I see silver or did I see the bottom side of a flatty kicking? Ah, lots of head shakes. Looks like a flathead, right? Let's just edge that drag off a touch. Wow. Flathead and a big flathead. Oh, okay. Shit. Oh, crikey. Okay, back the drag off a touch more. Oh, wow. Okay. I'm pretty sure I saw something in the 60s there. Maybe mid-60s. Oh, wow. When that first run happened, the drag was not loose. Like, that thing just peeled out. Crikey. My heart is going at 1,000 miles an hour. What if this is up in the 70s? I don't think so. I think I saw something high 60s. Crikey. Okay. Just gonna have to tighten up a little, aren't I? This can't go on forever. I'll wind up getting dusted. It's really big. It's really big. Okay. Definitely in the 60s. Wow. And I'm falling over. This fish is banging us around against the anchor rope. Alright. Well, we've got the big mouth net. Let's see when this fish might be ready. Okay, not even close. I don't know how much to tighten up. So we have got 10-pound Expedition mainline here. This is our FM2500 Stradic. I've got 12-pound mono leader on here. So we should be good to get this fish in. Just not sure exactly how big it is, how much I can tighten up on this. This is not working. This fish is schooling me right now. Okay. And I've got my anchor rope down there. This fish has got a lot of tension on. I'm falling over in the boat. Oh man. Wow. Camera's falling over. It's all happening. Just going to tighten up a little. See if this fish is ready. Wow, holy crap. It is big. Really big. Okay, let's flip that bail on and let's see what we can get done in terms of an operation before we bring her into the boat. The lure is just right in the side of the mouth. Perfect. Holy crap. Okay. This is a really, really big fish. I'm just going to quickly measure it and let it go. I really don't want to mess around with such a beautiful big girl. This could be my PB. I'm going to make a meal of this and it's not going to be very good filming. I'll hold her up for you at the end. Wow, wow, wow. Holy moly. Holy moly. This thing is big. Okay. Jump on there, big girl. And then you can go. What do we got? We have got, it's going to be really quick. I don't know if you can see that, but it's about a 72, which is about equal to my record. I'm just going to tilt this camera up. Really desperate to get this beautiful big girl on camera. Holy moly, this thing is huge. I haven't measured it properly. It's about a 72. Just going to let it go straight away. Just want to look after this beautiful big girl. Wow, wow, wow. Oh, I'm shaking. I'm absolutely shaking. My hands are just going, So we came up here. We jumped on the 3-inch Slim Swims minnow in Motor Oil. We had a plan and boom, a 72. That is equal to my PB. I am just over the moon. Woo! Alright, I've composed myself after that 72. We've rebutted with S Factor. And we're going to try and get another one. Really? No, it feels like trash. Yeah, it's trash. That'd be too good to be true, right? Next cast, monster flatty. It's interesting, so that fish was sitting in about 2 foot of water. We are going to be, the engine is going to be touching the bottom where we are right now. I can see it getting shallower and shallower. Ooh, another touch. So the setup for that 72 Flatty, we have got a Daiwa TD Black 2 to 4 kilo. It's the two-piece, brakes in the middle. We've got a Zman Motor Stradic, a 2500. We've got 10-pound mainline, 12-pound mono. This is a 1/6 ounce Bait Junkie jig head and a Zman Slim Swims in 3-inch minnows. And we've got S Factor on. That's what did it. And I'm just trying to pick the edge here. Took a couple of casts to pick the edge. Picked up a lot of trash, but then when I just found that perfect edge, that Flatty was sitting there. Oh, that felt like a fish, I think. Doesn't feel very big. Is it moving? I got no feedback. No feedback. Oh, it's a piece of trash. It's rubbish. More trash. More trash, I believe. No feedback. Fish? I'm not sure. Or are we on a snag? Start moving, please. It's not moving. And we've got a big stick here. This is the problem with fishing the para. There's just so much crap on the bottom. More trash. We're going to have to just move out into deeper water, unfortunately. We are just cleaning the bottom of the estuary here. It's getting a bit ridiculous. Man. Seriously, more trash. This is out of control. Couple more casts. It's getting very shallow underneath us. And we'll go back to where we started, where it'll be about 1 meter deep. Hopefully these bigger fish have just pushed off these flats. It's getting very, very shallow. It must be in about 2 foot of water. Not moving. More trash. Seriously. Alright, we just keep catching trash every cast. Can you hear that Lambo in the background? Beautiful red Lambo. We are going to pull the anchor up and just drift down with the wind. The noise. The urban noise of the city. It's funny how you can have... It's funny how you can have just total peace and quiet, you know, out here. But it's just a cacophony of crap going on in the city behind you. This is how shallow we are. I'm not sure if you can see that. Just there. Cool. Just avoided the tree. I think I've caught that so many times. So as I drift down, I'm looking for markers, like lineups with the land, where I think I see where I like what I see on the bottom. And I'm going to come back to this cast after we do this drift. Oh wow. There's something that looks like an engine block here. Oh my god, the para. Can you see that? Crikey. Wow, seriously? Alright, what do we got? Just a little tacker. Oh gee, it's another half decent flatty. This guy's just a lifter, but he's legal. He's easy legal. What's he gonna be? Sort of 40 odd? Yeah. Nice fish. Another one. He's off and he's flared up big time. Sorry, no look. He was at early 40s. That was a reasonable fish. Again, this lure, or this colour really, from Zman, just creaming it today. 4 flatties on the motor oil. Alright, we just quickly stopped our drift because we caught that 40, 42, just somewhere there. And it's still really shallow here. This tide feels like it's got another half an hour or so to go. So it's the estuary's at its absolute bare bones. This wind's really picking up. We drift that whole estuary just in the matter of minutes. Really, it was too quick to fish. But still, that flatty couldn't resist as that Zman minnows went past its nose. Really appreciating this 1/6 jig head, just being able to hoik it into the wind. We're going to move back to a 1/8 in a minute. Don't know how that's going to go, trying to throw it back into the wind. Not very good. Ooh. That was a reasonable inquiry. Still there? Yeah, wow. Okay. Maybe I should learn how to fish. I think that fish was on the whole time. Maybe it just came back again and again. It's the day of the Flathead. We've got another flatty. Crazy. This guy looks to be the smallest of the day, I think. Still not a tiny fish. Still might go, nah, he's pretty small. He's pretty small. Actually, he's probably, this fella's probably going to be legal. What would he go? He's going to go in the high 30s, early 40s, right? Yeah, I think so. He is angry. I think he spiked me in the leg. Yeah, I'd be angry too, right? Open up. Let's get you on the grips. You are so cranky. Okay, got him. Let me tilt you up. Get a look at this. It'd be just legal. 38, I reckon. Sick. Thanks, mate. So 5 flathead with 38 being the smallest. It's a pretty good day. Well chuffed with that. That 72 absolutely made my day, but hey, I'll take these 40s and 50s all day long. I haven't even bothered throwing a different colour. We started on lemongrass, moved to motor oil, and we have not moved off motor oil. With the chop down on the water, it's the water should be really clear because we've had hardly any rain, but it feels like it's just making it a little murky there. So I kind of should be on a clearer colour really with the water clarity, but just with that chop murking it up, I think motor oil is what they're seeing. I looked at all my dark coloured lures last night as I was packing the bag, and I thought there's no need for any dark colours. The water will be clear because we've had no rain. I just packed clear colours. Motor oil is the darkest colour I've got in the bag. like another small flatty. Okay, he shook his head right on the surface there and just shook us off. It was about another 42. And then the session ended abruptly because I dropped my 1000 in the water and snapped my TD Black. Oh, serious? Oh, anyway, before I have a whinge, the lure that lit up the session was Z-Man, Slim Swims and Minnows. We started out with the 2.5 inch Slim Swims in Motor Oil. That was killing it. And then that big flatty got done on 3 inch Minnows in Motor Oil. The water was a little bit turbid. There was a bit of wind, kind of chopping the water up. Not exactly, good light conditions, although the sun was up by about 7:30. And it was just motor oil. It's funny how this is just kind of an OG lure that tends to get forgotten these days. I think we're always seeking, more exciting colors. Newness is better. Motor oil seems to be a little bit forgotten, but let me tell you, such a great lure, such a great color. And I just keep going back to it over and over and over again. All right, let's move on to my disaster. Good Lord, can you believe it? It was a westerly. It got up to maybe 20 knots, and I was cold and stiff, and I turned in the boat. I had 2 rods that had tangled together in the rod holders, and I turned around and I turned the camera off. Unfortunately, the camera was off. I'll make a more detailed video on this. The 2 rods were off, and I knew I was going to start swearing at the rods, so I turned the camera off so I could curse out the rods like it was their fault, and turned around to get to those rods and knocked my TD Black in my hands, and into the water it went. This 1000 Stradic went into the water, and it was on a different TD Black. I had 3 TD Blacks and 3 Stradics out that morning. So as this 1000 went into the water on a different rod, I lunged at it over and over again to stop it from going to the bottom, and I got it out. And as I was sitting in the boat going, whew, like wiping my brow that I'd got this back on a different TD Black, I looked over, and this was sitting in the rod holder, and OMG, this was at 45 degrees. There's a split there. It's buckled. It's totally ruined. I'm not going to bend it and snap it for you, but hopefully you can pick that up. Utter disaster. So I'll do a more detailed video where we have a bit of a laugh. Look, all I can do is take the positive out of it, that this went for a swim. It was in the water for about 30 seconds. And so, now we'll watch this. It's got totally dunked. And I'll make a video. Let's just watch what happens to this 1000, whether it rusts up and needs to go back to Shimano or not. But, yeah, look, I'll do a video. Look, it's embarrassing as all hell. Let's just learn from it and see what happens to this 1000, see how it survives about 30 seconds in salt water. Look out for that. Have a laugh with me. Anyway, if you're down on motor oils in your lure collection, this is the one that did it. It is a cracking lure. This color, this particular motor oil from Z-Man is a beautiful color. I recommend it. All right, that's it. I'll see you in the next one.